Do you have a planer that no longer feeds the timber through? Should we show you what you need to do? Okay, so this is my Lumberjack P305. This is a beast. I love this machine. If you haven't seen it, go check out the other videos that I've done. Now, if you are having issues with timber feed, as you can have a look inside here, I probably haven't cleaned this out in a while. See this here? This is the roller. This is the cutter block, and then we have another roller just there. Look. So obviously we don't want to be playing around too much with the cutter block, but you can see that's obviously full of gunk, so that needs cleaning out. But look, there's like little tracks in here, maybe like half a mil deep, and all of these are full up with resin and dust and all that sort of stuff. So they need cleaning, as does this. So here's the cutter block from above. Look, you can see all of this crud that's in there. Look, and that's all sticky ming. Did you know that's the technical term? The technical term is ming. That's what it's got in it. It's got ming in it. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some of my... I'm looking for it. We're going to take some of my trusty isopropyl alcohol. This stuff here. Now, what we're going to do is I've got a little rag. We're going to pop a bit of alcohol on there. Pop that on, try and clean all that stuff off. We'll see if we can get it working again, shall we? Okay, so obviously the first thing we're going to do is turn it off at the wall. Don't go putting your hands in anything like that. And don't chop your fingers off and blame me for it, will you? So, I'm going to try and scrub these down, see if we can get these cleaned off without cutting my finger off. Oh, I've got a cut. Ow. Oh, what is that? What is that, like 90% alcohol? I've just got into a cut. Awesome, that hurts. Okay, cool, so we just rotated it round a bit to get to the rest of the roller. Okay, cool, so now all of the rollers are all cleaned off with the alcohol. What we're going to do is I'm going to clean off all the gunk off of the blades and off the cutter block and see if that works. Ideally, really, I need to put a new set of blades in there, but I'm cheap and I haven't got any on me, so that's what we're going to do and hope that fixes it. So this is the sort of rubbish we're talking about in here. We're going to clean that out, soak my rag, and without trashing the blade, I'm going to try and get in there and clean a lot of this crap out. Because if for nothing else, I'm sure it's unbalancing the cutter head, which is not something we want to be doing. Oh, all that mess. See how sticky it is, look. No good. Give you a bit of a close-up view, look. It's not perfect, not by any means, but that is a whole stack better than what it was. Okay, cool, so the last thing to do is to wax the table and pop her back together and make sure she works, eh? Okay, so if anybody's wondering, this is how I rotate the rollers. Obviously, if you don't know what you're doing, if you shouldn't be playing around with any of this, like, basically, if you get your hands caught in this and you get yourself hurt, don't blame me, okay? Like, we're all grown up, so we all know what we can and what we can't do. So yeah, so this is how the machine works. I did a full review on this, or full run through on the other video, but the motor's down here, and that powers, this is the fan. So the motor comes up and it powers the main cutter head, and then the belt here, which runs onto this, which powers these sprockets, is controlled by this lever here. So if we take that off, obviously that goes slack. If we put it on, that goes tight. See that? And that's what brings this pulley into play, which then powers the rollers. Wow, my workshop's a mess. I need more space. Do you ever find that whenever you fill up the space, or whenever you get more space, it just gets full? Like, look, the whole workshop's full. Need more space. You should see the other side, man. It's absolutely round. Right, anyway, let's get it waxed, see if I fixed it. So this is the wax I use. I don't know if you're interested. I'm sure some of you will be. It's the Liberon? I don't know. I bet is that backwards? That looks backwards to me. But yeah, it's lubricating wax, machine paste wax. Axman's to do some. Everybody does them. I use this because I bought this about 6 years ago and I haven't finished using it yet. So that's why I've got that one. Oh, top tip though, if it ever gets like all gelled up and hard and not want to flow, because obviously it's winter and in the UK that's rubbish, I always find putting it on the old log burner for a little bit sorts it right out, eh? I suppose you could do it with a blowtorch, but I don't know how safe that would be. If you do it, don't say I did it, okay? Okay, so this is about all... Whoa, that's quite a lot on there. But, so I use that, put that onto the table, and then let it dry, and then take it off. So, sort of like, wax it on, wax it off. We've all seen the movie, haven't we? But yeah, nothing special. I just put it on there and then we'll let it dry. Job's good in. And then we'll buff it off. Just while we're waiting for that to dry out, look at all the crud that came off. Is that going to focus? Yeah, check all of that rubbish that's come out of there. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So all of that has come off of those rollers. So I've no doubt that was causing me no end of hassle. Okay, so that's all done. Should we see how smooth it is? Yeah, I'd say that's a bit smoother. So before we had a bit of a tidy up, but not much. So before I get on with it and test it, one thing I needed to say to you, right, just a little bit of friendly advice. With all these rags, you know, I've got alcohol on this one, I've got wax on this one. Just the same as if you've got like oil or anything like that on there. Don't put them in your bin, don't scrunch them together like this and leave them sat somewhere, don't chuck them in the rubbish. I either tend to like hang them up so they're like nice and flat when they dry, which is obviously good, or I do this. They can sit and go right in there. And then we'll get the alcohol one. Pop this open, all the fire's almost out, look. Should we see? Is that gonna flame up? Better than it burning your workshop down, eh? Cool, so still back together, put the guard on, or the extractor hood, whatever, so let's... So yeah, so there you go, it works. It definitely needs some new blades in there, so I have to get them on the list. But yeah, real simple, right? Like I said, obviously you just need to clean those metal rollers off. It's quite a common issue if you've got a planer with metal rollers, I think. So clean those rollers off, clean the bed off, re-wax the bed, not the rollers, because then that's going to create no end of problems. And have at it. Be good, have fun, be safe, make sure you turn it off, and get rid of your rags properly, all right? You'll have a great day. Take it easy. I'll catch you on the next one.